Good morning. This is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, September 6, 2025. For the next couple of days are shown here. We're starting to see the moisture that's been in place over Utah and Nevada start to be pushed to the north and east. We'll see showers developing over Idaho today and a little bit more concentrated over northeast Utah. Drier, breezier air is going to start to move into Nevada. We see some of those gusts picking up along the Sierra Front today and then into eastern Nevada tomorrow and across much of Nevada into western Utah on Monday. And then again on Sunday, some of those showers moving up into eastern Idaho and western Wyoming, and then generally a drier pattern on Monday. The past 24 hours saw some pretty active storms across Utah and Nevada. Many of these storms in Nevada were accompanied by at least some precipitation. The amounts were lighter across the northern Nevada, but some heavier totals over southern Nevada and the mountains of southern Utah. And some of these storms, again, over northern Utah were accompanied by just some light showers. Shown here, for the past 24 hours, we had 11 new fires for 84 acres, and our large fire growth was just over 3,500 acres, most of that coming from the Dollar Lake fire. ERCs continue to be fairly moderated across much of the area. We have seen some values coming down over the last couple of days over Utah with the moisture in place there in southern Nevada. Further north, the values had been increasing but are kind of stabilizing right now with some higher values in the 70th to 80th percentile. Look at a couple of these trends here over western Wyoming. We can see the values have been on a steep increase over the past couple of days, but we'll see those values stabilizing and then coming down early next week with the cold front moving through. And over central Utah, same kind of story. Those values had been increasing over the past couple of days, but moderating right now with some of those storms from yesterday and today. Smoke impacts for the next couple of days are shown here. Again, lots of smoke in place across Idaho from the fires to our north and west for today, and then some smoke along in western Nevada as well from the fires in California. Tomorrow, the smoke impacts lessen as a lot of that smoke from the northwest gets pushed off to the north and east. This morning's satellite imagery shows a high pressure ridge still in place across the Great Basin with this band of moisture moving up on a northeast trajectory across Utah and up into Idaho today, with drier air moving into Nevada. So for today, again, looking for those showers to be moving into Idaho and portions of northern and eastern Utah today. No high risk. The precipitation chances for today are shown here on the left with precip moving into Idaho, and mainly eastern Utah is where we'll see the best chance for wetting rain today, particularly northeast Utah and far southeast Idaho. Maximum temperatures are starting to come back down closer to normal across the north, really kind of seasonal, maybe a little bit above normal for the time of year. Afternoon wind gusts today are going to be mostly associated with the gusty outflows from the storms that move up into Idaho and parts of Utah, although we do see some breezier southwest winds starting to pick up over the Sierra Front and parts of southern Nevada. Minimum relative humidities remain on the drier side over Nevada, with those values coming up over Idaho as the moisture moves into those areas, and Utah as well. Western Wyoming is kind of on the fringe of some of those higher relative humidities. On Sunday, the drier air continues to spread throughout Nevada and into Utah and even into southwest Idaho for limited showers and thunderstorms really just over northeast Idaho and into western Wyoming. So again, just looking for precip to continue over northeast Idaho and into western Wyoming. Northeast Utah could also see some lingering storms on Sunday, and then we'll see some of those breezier southwest winds continuing to develop over Nevada tomorrow, and then maybe some breezier westerly winds in western Wyoming. On Monday, we can see this large area of low pressure beginning to move into the Pacific Northwest. This is going to spread drier air throughout the Great Basin and bring some gustier winds to parts of Nevada and western Utah on Monday. No high risk for those winds, as they'll still be not that strong, and especially after the precip that we've had in the past couple of days. So minimum relative humidities do decrease for much of the area on Monday ahead of that low pressure trough, and we'll see the winds pick up along western Nevada and into southeast Nevada and western Utah on Monday with gusts up to 35 miles an hour or so. The 3-day precip totals are shown here. Again, it's mostly going to be over Idaho and into western Wyoming and parts of Utah, especially northeast Utah, today into tomorrow. On Tuesday, the low pressure trough continues to be in place over the Pacific Northwest. We'll actually see the cold front beginning to move into Idaho and northern Nevada on Tuesday, with temperatures dropping across those areas. Maybe some breezy winds still staying in place over western Utah. But overall, a decrease in large fire potentials coming to much of the northern and western parts of the area beginning on Sunday with those cooler temperatures. On Wednesday, that low drops further south into California and Nevada, bringing cooler air to much of the geographic area and some precipitation to Idaho and northern and western Nevada. And on Thursday, the low continues to track right over the Great Basin. We'll actually see some moisture being drawn up into Utah and into western Wyoming, so overall large fire potential is really decreasing area-wide by Thursday. And then into the weekend, as that low lifts off to the north and east, we'll see a return of some drier air by next weekend. The 7-day precip totals are shown here. So again, looking for another shot of showers coming into mainly Idaho and western Wyoming and parts of northern Nevada as we get into early next week with that low pressure system. And then maybe some enhancement to some precipitation in eastern Utah in the second half of the work week next week as well. Central and southern Nevada and parts of western Utah look to remain dry over the next 7 days, with some breezier conditions moving into those areas as well. The 8 to 14-day outlook for September 13th through the 19th puts some heat to our northern areas, but near normal temperatures across the south, and then above normal chances for precipitation over Idaho during that time period as well. That concludes today's briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.